Okay, I'm gonna try and make this one. I'm trying to make this one in time, but I'm just gonna lay some straight feelings out there. Some of you are gonna hate it. Some of you might love it. But in the end, I just gotta tell you because this is there. So, first off, MAGA, straight up, fuck you. Okay, you want me to hold some sort of remorse for Thumb and his family? I only feel remorse for the kids because A, they had to grow up or they had to be born under parents like theirs, because I'm gonna get to that in just a second. And then secondly, well, it's gonna be a weird shit show now for those kids, for those two little girls. I think it's two girls. I think it's gonna be a shit show for them. I'll explain why. First off, because Daddy-O, the now deceased Daddy-O, was a hateful speaking person. Now, here's where I often wonder. Now, does he truly believe in that shit? Or was he saying it for the money's sake? Now, I would imagine that over time, just like Kent Dance Owens, over time, you keep spouting that shit long enough, and you have to keep looking for more things to spout shit on. After a while, you start to believe it. Then you'll start connecting little instances in your life that will make you feel justified in what you're thinking. Because Candace, Can't Dance, bro, she done stepped all in that shit, and she should be the prime example of, bro, shut the fuck up. You have fucked yourself. Because first off, anyways. So, that's Dad. Dad, horrible man. But whether he was horrible outside or inside, it doesn't matter. You still went on and you spout that evil shit to thousands, millions of people. I can't even say thousands. Yeah, it's millions of people listen to that shit. But here's another reason why I say I only feel remorse for the kids. Because of who the parents are. Because the wife, Miss Thumb, yeah, she's Miss Thumb now. She came out in her little press conference and was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck him. Yeah. I was ain't gonna be forgiven, and it's not gonna be forgotten. And we're gonna get retribution. So now you put your children in further danger and in further possible turmoil because you want to come out and start talking shit. Like, I get that you're mad and you're angry that somebody did that, but you directed it at the wrong people. Still knowing that you knew who it was, and yet you still kept on with it. So I feel no remorse for you. I am glad your bed is empty. I hope you have to deal with that, because what you have done that has caused so many others pain and so many others loss, you just suffered him. But we have a whole fucking group of people that have had to suffer because of him. Now think about it like this. You want me to feel sympathy and remorse for them. But he just got this whole military take home and everything. He got awarded a presidential medal. He got all this bullshit. Same with that other fucking guy. The one that, he was the other right-wing pottycaster. That's what I'm going to call him. Because that's all, just potty. Everything they're spouting is shit. I forgot what that goddamn name is, dude. Rush Limbaugh. He gave him a Presidential Medal of Freedom for being hate, for being the embodiment of hate. And now, yes, they're only taking Charlie Kirk's death as a vehicle to drive home their evil, hatred, bigoted ways that they're about to instill on everybody. Saying, oh my God, you see what happened to him? But you know what? They're not talking about sending the National Guard into Utah. Where's that at? They're not talking about sending, snipers and fucking SEAL Team 6 into fucking Utah to go fucking wipe out everybody, are they? No. Why? Then on top of that, so you still want me to feel sympathy for this fucktard when you've got Brian Kilmeade on national television sitting there saying that homeless people should be involuntarily euthanized or unalived. His words on live television. And what happens? He makes a little tiny piece of shit apology. It doesn't mean shit. And then he just keeps on going about. This guy actively called for people to be unalive on national television, and they only forced him to make a little bit of an apology. Yet, Stephen Colbert can crack some jokes and point out facts, and they want to completely end and cancel everything for him. Because, oh my God, he talks out about him. But if you talk about, going against anybody on the right's perceived enemies, oh, you got free reign. And see, now because of all of this, now you want me to feel sympathy for what you are, for what? And now here you are out here threatening us. And it wasn't us. Man, you goddamn miss me with all that shit, bro. This shit's getting on my fucking nerves now. Like, honestly, you know what? I'm going to say some real ass shit. Because, Miss Them, hey, bro, you really about to show the whole testament of what a Republican wife is. Because it's apparently different. Because remember now, your guy advocated for you to stay in the home, not have a job, not do anything. You just stayed there with the kids. So now what? So now you got to go on live television and you got to start talking that shit because you got to take up his mantle because you need the money to keep coming in, right? Because the next thing that you got is, well, damn, I'm going to have to get a husband, another rich husband, and stick with him so that I can do this. Because obviously, if you decide that you're going to go out and get a job, then you're going against everything the Republican Party stands for. As a matter of fact, if you are a Republican woman and you have a goddamn job, shut the fuck up, you lying bastard. You don't support the Republican Party. Or maybe that is what the Republican Party is. The Republican Party is a party of, we don't give a fuck about anything unless it's us and us alone, and we don't care about the party. We only give a shit about what it is that we want, and we want what we want. Because honestly, remember now, throughout the entire election cycle here going through, they told you that you needed to have your ass in the goddamn kitchen, no fucking jobs, nothing. So if you are a fucking right-wing woman and you come up here and say anything to me and you got a damn job, miss me with that bullshit, you're a liar. I cannot take anything you say seriously. Period. Okay? So that's one. Now, number two, you're out here talking all this shit. It's been like, I think they said it was like 152 mass unalivings since the beginning of the year, right? The beginning of the year. And only 5 of them have been other. But you want me to show sympathy to you, to your group, but you don't give a shit about us. Right? Oh, we're out here spouting all this hateful rhetoric. Where? As you guys, wait a minute, is your guy, your top guy, who's out here saying that we're poisoning the blood of America. We're out here doing all this, and we're all crime ridden. We're all this and all that and this, that, this, and this. That's not hateful rhetoric, apparently, in your shit. That's just call it like it is. But yet, when we actually do observations of your actions and your words and your party's movement, and we point it back to you, oh my God, we have just broken the 7th seal. We are just bringing on the apocalypse. How can we be so evil? Oh my God, you're calling us this, that, and the other. And you know how I'm going to tell you how you're a fucking moron? And you don't know what you're talking about, and you just should give it up? Because you'll sit there and say, oh, you're Marxist, you're communist, you're socialist. Wait, one of them isn't even an economic system. And the other 2 might be similar, but are completely different. So how can we be all of these things? Word soups is all you've got, but yet you want us to have sympathy for you. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about 99% of the time. And the 1% that you do know what you're talking about, it's only because you're talking about something that you're having to point out because it's something that your party did. And that's the only time you can ever actually say something truthful, because you can point out what they have done. Otherwise, anything outside of that, you're a fucking moron and you don't know what you're talking about. You have no clue what you're talking about. And you band together and celebrate that idea. But you want me to show you remorse. You see how this works? You want everything from everyone else, but you don't want to give any damn thing, and you don't want to be any damn thing. You looked at DEI and said the DEI was, hey, wait a second, we're supposed to be the ones that are supposed to be given shit just because of who we are. We don't need that for everybody else, so take that shit away so that we can get back to having it just so that we can get everything we want just because of who we are, just because of how we look. But you want me to show you sympathy. Man, you got me really fucking pissed off on this one. You really got me pissed on this one. Like, man, I really want to say some harmful shit, but I know I won't be able to because TikTok is a bitch and they'll start taking shit down. Yeah, I said it. Anyways. 2, 1. Goodbye.